We have a green light today. Things are looking up. Yesterday was a mess. All right, let's see if I can get this posted over on the website very quickly. I'm running a few minutes behind. And let me go here, scroll down here, highlight, delete, Control V, Shift, highlight, link, enter, edit, settings, open a new window, update, and update. Okay, so today you want to go to jollyrogerukulele.com. That's where all of the sheet music is found. Second thing you want to do is get Amazing Grace set up today. We're going to talk about the key of G today and why the key of G comes up from time to time in our adventures as ukulele players and as musicians. And then the other things we got going on today are we're going to play America in the next half hour because, 4th of July is coming. And then we have Joni Mitchell's Both Side Now in the 5 o'clock hour. So I'm glad you guys are here. And let me take just a moment to go put this over on Twitter. https://jollyrogerukulele.com. And number 18 is Amazing Grace today. It's interesting how a lot of times when you see Amazing Grace, they use it in a lot of political situations now too. So you hear it quite often. And I don't know if it's as good of a song as all that, but it is what it is, right? Lesson 18. All right, there's that. I hit tweet and blink. All right, so Twitter's done. Jolly Roger's up to date. Let me make sure the link is working properly, and then we'll find out who's here, and we will get ready to play. Tuesday, click, and opens up to Lesson 18. That's it. All right, here we go. All right, who's here today? Michelle made it in. Michelle up in Thornton. Sounds good. Cloudy with a chance of meatballs. Yeah, I'm looking outside right now, and it looks like, Michelle, we're going to get some rain. I got a couple of pretty mean-looking clouds hanging out over there. It's a pretty day outside. I've been running around all over town today, and I don't know, maybe close to perfect temperature, I would guess. And so yeah. Let me see if I can figure out. I have this new iPad, and so I'm busy trying to learn how to use it, and it's not intuitive yet. Amazing Grace. We're going to start with the Amazing Grace ukulele version, and then we'll talk about how that affects baritone players. Michelle in from beautiful Rockaway Beach, 72 there. The massive heat wave has rolled through the northwest there. Hopefully it's cooling down. Sounds like it is, huh, Michelle? Rob is in 90 degrees down in Texarkana. Now that's about normal, right? Rob, that seems like, when I think of Texas in the summertime, I think 90 degrees. That's what I'm thinking. Anita's in. Happy Soggy Tuesday. It's raining where Anita is. Anita, remind me. I forget. Where are you? In the world, I forget. I apologize. I try really, 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 really hard to have everybody. That's why when you come in, I want you to say where you're from and what the temperature is. That way I can start associating you with a geographic area in the world. I don't know. It just makes it easier for me to know to remember everybody. All right, grab your ukuleles. Let's get going on this. Those of you guys who are doing this type of ukulele playing, this is the hard stuff, right? This is I let you know right on the front page of the website. Hey, this is the hard way to play the ukulele. I think long term it's going to be far more rewarding than some of the other ways of playing ukulele, and frankly I teach all those other ways of playing ukulele as well. The only thing I don't spend a ton of time on blues. We don't spend any time on blues because at the end of the day blues is just a particular Evergreen, that's right. I was like, hey, geez, I was pretty sure you were here in town. um, Thanks, Anita. Is it raining up there yet? Good to know you're having some more moisture up there. We're working on having a pretty wet year here in the eastern side of Colorado, whereas the western side have a terrible problem over there. Yeah, the only thing I don't teach is the blues. Here's the blues. That's the blues. That's all you need to know about the blues. That's why I don't teach them. You bend the string, you pick some notes that are sort of in the middle, like Hakuna Matata that we did last week and into yesterday. Has a blues feeling to it because there's some notes that are surprise you. But outside of that, this is the hardest way to play ukulele. We're going to play one note at a time. We're going to decorate it with a chord. We're going to try to get our timing right. And this is at the end of the day how a musician's approach playing music, and it's definitely rewarding and long-term a lot of fun, and there's never really an end to it. It's more and more complex. Most of the students that I know that have been hanging around for a while now, all they care about is, what else you got for me? What's the next song? Bring it on, keep it coming, and so hopefully you'll find that place, you'll get to that place as well. Diane in from Pueblo, good to see you, Diane. Diane's last name is Stevenson, and there's a huge Stevenson Chevrolet dealership on the west side of town here. I always think, I wonder if that's Diane of the Stevensons. Elizabeth, good to see you. Have the air conditioner on now. Okay, all right. So rainy up in Upper Michigan for Sandy. So, all right, let's talk Amazing Grace. This is a song that comes up all the time. You see it on lots and lots of things, and mostly it's just an old church song. But we can take this and learn a few things from it. So the first thing you'll notice, grab the ukulele version first. So you'll notice in all of the other, not all of the other songs, most of the other songs that we did over the last couple weeks, we normally start in the C with a C chord. And C's best friend is F, and F's best friend is G7 and C. And so then if you are a songwriter, you just go, I'm playing in the key of C, and it's gonna sound pretty good. Okay, but when we switch keys, the reason we switch keys is pianos are not tuned exactly mathematically. They're tuned by something called equal temperament, and it is everything's just a tiny bit off. And if we tune it exactly mathematically correctly, it would sound terrible, one, but then there would only be one key. You wouldn't matter what key you're playing in because everything relative to itself would sound exactly the same. And so we purposely tune pianos off just a little bit so that each key has a unique character. And people have tried to describe what those characters are of the various keys. That's not, it's purely subjective and not something in any way you need to spend time on. But we play in different keys because you'll end up getting different emotional results. Okay, so if on ukulele, happy, a little bit tense but still pretty happy, that's why we like playing in the key of C. Now if we go to the key of G, you'll notice this song starts with a G chord, goes to a C chord, goes to a D7, and back to G. Okay. So what you're finding is there's a little bit different feeling to that overall song. This song, it sounds a little bit different than the one I did before. And so that's why we have different keys is when they do it on purpose so that if you're playing on a piano and you're play the exact same song but in different keys, it will feel a little different in each of those keys. Same thing on ukulele. The main reason, however, we change keys on a ukulele is that either the notes go too low for a certain song or they go too high for a certain song. And so it's very normal for me when I sit down, I usually go ahead and get the melody line typed in, and then I start messing around with the keys, trying to find the best place for it to sit on the fretboard. And sometimes one key is better than the other, not always, but most of the time you'll find a certain key just works a little bit better for playability reasons on ukulele than others. It's also why when you see when you go out on the internet and you go to find your chord chart, if you visit ukulele sites, everything's in the key of C because it's easy. But if you go visit sites where more sophisticated musicians come around, they're going to have keys of F sharp, G minor. They'll have D flat, E flat. They'll have all these crazy other keys because we don't necessarily want everything in the key of C, even though it's easier. So Diane says she's not related. All right, okay, just checking in, Diane. I will try not to associate your name with that car dealership. Now, with Amazing Grace, you've got your G chord, so just make sure that's going to be the main chord, okay? Then you're also going to have a C, so we still use a C chord. The other one you're going to use is D7. Now, early in our career, and I think it might have been Michelle from Rockaway Beach, said, hey, I have been doing my G a different way, and now you're making a big deal out of making sure I play it this way. Index on the top, middle on the bottom, ring out front. It's super important you do that because look what G's very best friend is. It's D7, and that's right here. Now, if you're doing it the upside down way, it's much harder to reach that, and plus there will be lots of other chords that go along with it that you won't want to reach at all. So this is why I make a big deal of holding the G with your index finger above, middle finger below, ring finger out front, because it's the chords that are friendly with G are set up to be right there and readily available. So it was not you, Michelle? Okay. Oh no, I think it was the other Michelle. Oh my God, we haven't had a spammer in a while. That's exciting. All right, so make that guy go away. Now let's get your chords on here and baritones. Your G chord is here, G. Your C chord is here, F, and your D7 is here. So it's going to feel for you like you're playing in the ukulele key of C, but for ukulele we got G chord, C chord, and D7 chord. Okay. All right. Well, we're really getting them in here today. Let me hide those guys. Now let's play it. Let's sing it real quick. 1, 2. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. 2, 3, 1, 2. I once was lost, but now I'm found, was blind, but now I see. Okay, so there's that. And what we're going to be doing as we move forward is having additional chord pairings or chord groupings, and then they will all come together in this nice, they work together, right? So if I do G, C, G, D7, and G, it sounds pretty good. But if I'm in the key of C, D7 doesn't fit in there quite as well as the other chords. And so when we talk about keys, what we're really talking about is a group of chords that sound nice together, and there is mathematics behind it, and it all works out. It's the same in every key fundamentally, and it's just that some on the ukulele are easier to play, some sound better, some sound worse, and we will be using all of the keys almost not all of them, but a good number, at least about 10 of the main keys we will use in this program because I need you to be able to play in lots of different keys and move stuff all over the place on the fretboard. And so we will be doing that. So you got your chords. We know how that works now. Let's play through the melody. Now, one thing when I get ready to start to play melody, the first thing I do is look through and see what's my lowest note, what's my highest note. Lowest note's a 2, highest note's a 5. Guess which position I'm going to be playing in. Okay, so be thinking about that when you peek through a melody. If you don't see any ones, there's no reason to play in first position. You want to play this in second position. And now magically, by a very happy circumstance, every single note you are going to play has a finger associated with it. All the 2s you'll play with index, all the 3s you'll play with middle, all the 5s you'll play with your pinky. Okay, and try to talk yourself into really doing that. Let's give it a try. Melody only. 1. Oh, baritone, stay on chords for me just for a second. 1, 2, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2. Oh, 3, oh, 2, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2. Oh, 5, 2, 3, 1. 2, 2, 5, 5, sorry. 2, 3, 2. Oh, 3. Oh, 2. 2, 3. 2, 3, 2. Oh, 3. Okay, nice little tune. Now, let's go straight to tough uke. Okay, so usually when we're playing chord and melody together or tough uke, we always want to start with grabbing the first chord. So the first chord is a G. Okay, now here's what's going to be cool about this song. We're going to do so little motion that it allows the strings to keep ringing while you do this as little work over here as possible. So your first note's a 2 on the 3rd string. Hit that. You're already holding it down. Then 0, 2, 3, we're going to strum down. You're already holding all those notes down. And then 2 and 3, you're already holding the notes down, so pluck those. And then a nice strum here. Okay, the 0 is, you're holding a 2 right now, so lift up your middle finger, and that changes the 2 to 0. And then you got 0, 0, 3, so lift up your index finger. You've never moved your ring finger at all yet. Okay, into measure 3, now you take it off. And then at measure 4, just put your G chord right back on. Okay, that covers the 2s. Measure 5, 0, 2, 3. Okay, and then 2, 3. Already holding them down. And then a nice 0, 2, 3, 2. That's a full G chord, just strum it. 0, you're holding a 2 right now, so lift up your middle finger, hit the 0. And then look at that mess. Okay, don't worry about it. It's going to be a very normal thing for you guys. There's a bar on 2. Put the bar up and down on 2. Put your pinky on 5. This shape is going to come up every day you play ukulele. So this bar on 2, pinky on 5 is going to sound with the melody notes of 5. We're using this bar here to cover your D7. We're actually covering an extra note too. So this is actually officially a D chord with a high D underneath my pinky. And so all we need to do is now strum that. Now, those big swooshy lines are ties. That means the notes in measure 7 are tied to measure 8. They're all the same. So you're just counting out 5 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now you're ready to go. But again, don't move anything quite yet because you're going to play a 2 that you're already holding down with your bar. So lift up your pinky, hit the 2. And then at measure 9, this is the hardest motion in the entire song, and you are probably going to want to get where you can do this. You want to put your G chord on, and then your pinky is going to reach up to 5. Okay, it's harder on baritone, plenty hard on ukulele, but I make the guitar players do it too. Okay, it's really hard on guitar. So G chord, pinky up here on 5, strum that. Now take your pinky off. You're already covering 2 and 3 with your chord shape. Measure 10, 0, 2, 3, 2. Okay, lift up the middle finger to get a 0. And then 0, 0, 3. Hit the 0. Put your G chord back on and hit the 2. 0, 2, 2, 3, partial G chord. Make sure you're doing a rest stroke with your thumb resting on the first string there. Now hit 2 and 3. You're already holding them down. And then 2, 2, 2, 2. You know what you're going to do. You're going to drop that bar in. Okay, hit the open note. And then 0, 2, 3. That's again a partial G chord. Okay, that's our plan. All right, we're going to play the whole thing and then we're going to try it on baritone. From the top, 1, 2. 2, G, 2, 3, G chord. Lift up your middle, lift up your index, lift up your ring, put your G chord back on. Partial strum here, 2, 3, full strum. Middle finger up, bar on 2, pinky on 5. I'll give you just a second to get that on, and then strum. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hit the 2. G chord, add your pinky up on 5, strum that. Take your pinky off. And a nice strum again. Middle finger up. 0, 0, 3, index up. Hit the 0, G chord back on. 0, 2, 3, it's a partial G. 2, 3. Bar up and down on 2. Open note. And then a little G chord. Okay, isn't that nice? Let me play it for you at full speed just so you get a general sense. And I'm going to use my claw instead of my thumb. Okay? Okay, that's what you're going to be working on this week. And so you'll see as we do the other songs in the key of G, G, C, and then some flavor of D is going to show up in all of those songs when we're in the key of G. Let's play it on baritone. So let's go ahead and switch paper to the baritone version of this. And what we want to do here now is talk about ukulele players, how you do your chords. Thank you. Here's your D chord for if you're a ukulele player. So it's everybody crammed in the second fret, strings 4, 3, and 2. Okay. Your G chord you just learned, well, you've been learning it since day 1. Or 2, maybe day 3. There's your G chord, and then you have an A7, and ukulele players, your A7 is 30 strings up, index finger on the first fret. Okay, so there's that. Now, when we go to baritone, ukulele players, you're going to play chords. Baritone players, you're going to do the same things with me. Okay, so grab that we just did on ukulele. Grab your D chord, baritone players. Let's do the chords. Everybody on chords. 1, 2. Well, let me find my first note. There it is. Here we go. 1, 2. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. 1, 2. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. Okay, so there's your D chord, G chord, and A7. Ukulele players, obviously I want you to go ahead and take time to remember, this is what a D chord looks like, this is what your G chord looks like, and this is what your A7. Those chords are coming up in your life. Okay, baritone players, let's play melody. Ukulele players, you stick on chords. 1, 2. what you're looking for. You may or may not be able to hear it, but when I get to a longer note, I like to just wiggle my finger on my left hand. Yeah, I'm not lifting it up. I'm not doing anything other than just wiggling it a little bit. And you get a tiny bit of vibrato. Not like a violin vibrato, but a little bit of a quaver to it. Makes it sound a little fancier, a little nicer. Okay, baritone players, let's play the tough uke, and then you're ready for your day. Okay, grab your chords. Ukulele players, you're still on chords. 1, 2. 2, 3, 1, 2. I'll take a minute to just let you get that on. D chord with your pinky, strum. Pinky gone. Okay, and then at full speed it sounds like this. Or probably 77710 makes the fanciest ending to anything in D. So you see your goal for the week, right? Last week we had Brahms Lullaby, Yankee Doodle, and Key of C Arpeggio. This week we're going to be tackling the same exact basic ideas, but in a different key. So now we're going to be doing Amazing Grace, Happy Birthday, La Cucaracha, and All Through the Night. All four of those songs are in the key of G. So that by the time we get to Monday, you're going to have key of G pretty well handled. I think the big takeaway here is if you've got a ukulele in your hand and you're looking at the baritone music, you've gone through and taken time to do the homework to figure out what your chord shapes are. If you have a baritone and you're looking at the ukulele sheet music, you've done the same thing. You've gone through and double checked that you know what those chords look like on your instrument, even though the sheet music is meant for another instrument. That business of being able to look at somebody else's sheet music and play your instrument, even though it wasn't necessarily designed for your instrument, is a very musical skill. It's something you want to be able to do because theoretically there's going to come a day when you take your ukulele out of your basement and go hang out with a couple other people who like making music, and boy, won't it be nice to have the skill to just look at theirs and go, oh, he's got a guitar, I got a ukulele, he's playing a C chord, I know what a C chord is, he's playing an F chord, poor guy, I know, I'll show him what an F chord on ukulele is like. Much easier, by the way. So that's your plan. Spend a little bit of time studying that one. We've got 4 songs this week, so in the evenings when you're sitting around thinking, I have a ukulele, I'm going to get my money's worth out of it, go play Amazing Grace. Go play Happy Birthday. You can maybe look ahead. The only song that's got a huge learning curve on it this week is La Cucaracha. All the others are pretty straightforward. I think you'll do fine with those. And then obviously don't neglect to take time to look back, play My Spaghetti Monster, play Brahms Lullaby, play Yankee Doodle, and really definitely that key of C arpeggio, because guess what's going to come next? Once we're done with the key of G songs, we're going to do a key of G arpeggio, and it's a little bit more challenging. So hopefully that was helpful. And ukulele says, jamming with other people is a wonderful experience. At the end of the day, no matter how great of a musician you are, the chances of you being able to give a solo concert are pretty small, right? People really don't want to come listen to that because they feel like they have to be nice to you, and people would rather be mean to you. But the chance of you getting together with a group of people and having a great time that's really what we want to be able to do, is get you this confidence level where you're like, yeah, I know my chords, I know how to play melody, I know how to do a few things, and then you just show up, right, and you see what you can do there. At the end of the day, the best musicians that I work with are ones that spend a lot of time playing with other people. So there we go. I got to get off to book two. Book two, we're doing America. We're getting ready for 4th of July. So I'm going to reset the stream and again, go over to Jolly Roger and then come back to listen in on that. You can definitely play this melody. It's no big deal. Otherwise, just stay here at YouTube and refresh the page, and it'll tell you when the new stream is live. So that's where we're at. Hopefully I'll see y'all in the next hour. If not, I'll see you tomorrow, and we'll keep moving forward. Peace.